The story opens in a gritty, inner-city neighborhood. The streets are bustling with people and noise. In the middle of it all, we see Rico, a 15-year-old teenager with a passion for skateboarding. Despite the surroundings, his eyes light up whenever he sees someone skateboarding in the park. The neighborhood kids tease him for his big dreams and his tattered skateboard, but Rico remains undeterred. Rico decides to enter a local skateboarding competition. Despite his enthusiasm, his skills are still raw, and his board is old and damaged. He practices day and night, using every moment he can find. His best friend, Miguel, tries to support him, but is skeptical about his chances. On the day of the competition, Rico performs well initially, but as he tries a more advanced trick, his skateboard snaps in half. He falls hard, scraping his arms and knees. The crowd laughs, and Rico's face turns red with embarrassment. Feeling humiliated, he leaves the park with tears in his eyes. Miguel tries to console him, but Rico is heartbroken. Back at home, Rico's mother, Maria, notices his injuries. She gently encourages him to not give up, sharing her own stories of perseverance. She can't afford a new skateboard for him, but she promises to help in any way she can. Rico feels slightly better, but knows he needs a better skateboard to have any chance at success. Determined to get a new skateboard, Rico takes up multiple odd jobs around the neighborhood, mowing lawns, washing cars, and delivering newspapers. He saves every penny, even though some of his friends ridicule him for working so hard for something that seems impossible to them. While practicing at a local skate park with his broken board, Rico catches the eye of Jake, a former professional skateboarder turned coach. Jake sees potential in Rico's raw passion and offers him some free lessons. Rico, though skeptical at first, agrees, seeing a chance to learn from someone experienced. Jake begins to train Rico rigorously, teaching him the fundamentals that he had never learned properly. Jake also emphasizes the importance of discipline, patience, and respect for the sport. Rico struggles at first, but slowly begins to understand the deeper philosophy of skateboarding beyond just tricks. One of Rico's old friends, Diego, offers him a chance to make quick money by engaging in some illegal activities. Tempted by the idea of fast cash for a new board, Rico considers it. However, remembering his mother's words and Jake's teachings, he decides against it, choosing the harder but honest path. After months of hard work and saving up, Rico finally buys a second-hand but sturdy skateboard. His face lights up with joy as he holds it in his hands. He shows it to Jake, who nods in approval, knowing how much effort Rico put into earning it. As Rico gets better, he decides to try a new trick that Jake warned him about. He attempts it without proper preparation and ends up with a twisted ankle. Jake is disappointed but helps him recover, teaching him about patience and the dangers of overconfidence. Rico starts to make friends with other skateboarders at the park who admire his dedication and resilience. Slowly, a small group of supportive kids forms around him, helping him practice and encouraging each other. Rico begins to feel a sense of belonging. Word spreads around the neighborhood about Rico's passion and hard work. He becomes a local hero among the kids, and even the older residents start to appreciate his determination. Rico starts teaching younger kids some basic tricks, passing on Jake's lessons to them. Rico and his friends decide to organize a small fundraiser in their neighborhood to raise the competition fee. They set up a small event with skateboarding demos, food stalls, and a community gathering. Slowly but surely, the money begins to come in. Just as Rico is about to reach his target, his money gets stolen by a gang of older kids in the neighborhood. Devastated, Rico feels like giving up. His friends and community, however, rally around him, raising enough money to cover the loss. As the competition day approaches, Rico starts to feel intense anxiety and self-doubt. He fears failure and humiliation like before. Jake notices his distress and shares his own story of failure and redemption, helping Rico regain his confidence. The day of the competition arrives. The skate park is crowded with participants from all over the city. Rico is nervous but focused. He sees some of the best skateboarders in action, which only intensifies his anxiety. Miguel and his friends cheer for him from the sidelines. Rico performs well in the first round, landing his tricks with precision and style. His confidence builds as he advances to the next round. Jake gives him a nod of approval, while Miguel and the others cheer loudly for him. In the second round, Rico faces his biggest challenge, a trick he had failed at repeatedly in practice. He hesitates, but remembers Jake's advice about facing fears. He goes for it and nails the trick perfectly, earning high scores from the judges. One of the other competitors, Max, who comes from a privileged background, taunts Rico about his old, battered clothes and background. Rico nearly loses his cool, but Jake's presence helps him keep his focus, understanding that his talent is his true worth. During the semifinal round, Rico lands awkwardly on a trick and injures his wrist. The pain is intense, and he considers quitting, but the support from his friends, family, and Jake gives him the strength to continue. Rico pushes through the pain, determined to finish the competition. His next performance is his best yet, combining technical skill with a unique style that wows both the judges and the audience. Rico faces Max in the final showdown. Max performs flawlessly, and the pressure is on Rico to match or exceed his routine. Rico decides to add an unexpected twist to his routine, one that Jake had taught him but warned was highly risky. With the crowd holding its breath, Rico performs his final trick. He takes the risk, pulls off the trick, and lands perfectly. The crowd erupts in applause. Max is stunned, and Rico's friends rush to congratulate him. Rico wins second place, but his spirit remains undaunted. The winner, Max, begrudgingly acknowledges Rico's talent. The judges commend Rico's resilience and sportsmanship, and Jake tells him that he has the heart of a true champion. Rico returns to his neighborhood as a local hero, not just for his performance, but for his determination and integrity. Jake offers him a chance to train professionally, and Rico gladly accepts, ready for the next chapter of his skateboarding journey. Through dedication, resilience, and the support of his community, Rico proves that dreams can be achieved despite the odds. He learns that success is not only about winning, but also about growth, integrity, and the journey itself.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun songs as well as interesting and enjoyable stories.